Hello. I think we are live. I'm just waiting to see. There we are. Hello, everyone. How do I? I heard there was this thing I can invite people. I have no idea how that works. Anyways, I'm just gonna call you in energetically to join me. How are you all doing? Let me just make sure my phone is on silent. It is. Great. I'm so excited to be back here with you. I think we are all good to go. Yeah, let's get started. I'm excited. Back here with you in the hive. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's really only in the past few years that I am not dreading the fall and the winter anymore. And I can't wait to share more with you about that. So, before we start on that topic, I would actually love to hear from you what topics you want me to cover over the next few months as we near the end of 2020, which I know has been a crazy year. I am planning them out for the rest of the year right now. So let me know if you want me to cover anything in specific, if you want me to, teach on something that you are struggling with or want to hear more about, want to learn more about, we can talk business, money, we can talk feminine embodiment, masculine, feminine energies in your life, in your business. We can talk manifesting, we can talk subconsciousness, how that shows up in manifesting and trying to change things in your life, right? We can talk about receiving desires, whatever. Like, tell me some topics that you want to hear more about so that I can schedule them in the planning for the rest of the year. Okay? Tell me, tell me. So, how to navigate? Hi, Barbara. How to navigate through the days that are getting shorter and darker and shorter and darker right now, if you're in the northern hemisphere with me, of course. Um, like I just mentioned, I used to always dread the fall and the winter. Hated it. Hated it. Hated the rain, hated the gray days, the cold, the snow, the ice. I still hate the ice. But my overall perception of seasonal changes and really the need to have a winter season, right, has completely changed. And I contribute that to the embodiment practices that I have been doing over the last few years, like really deepening into my body, really being present with whatever is arising, and using my senses to create a desired environment for myself. Okay, so what do I mean by that? The fall and the winter are, they're the seasons of darkness, right? And they feel very feminine to me because they are so much for sensuality, right? Days are getting shorter. We're wearing sweaters again. Fuzzy socks. We're drinking more hot tea. Leaves are falling from the trees. There's this delicious, sweet smell of the leaves when I go outside. We've picked the last harvest on the farm. We're feeding our bees so they survive through the winter, right? We're having bonfires. I'm putting my summer clothes away. I'm getting my warm clothing out. I'm making soups. And it just feels very cozy and homey and sensual and I don't know, just like curling up on a couch with a book and tea and having candles on, you know? And as I'm talking, you can notice all the senses that I'm using, right? In those very seemingly simple activities. I can feel my sweaters. I can enjoy the crisp air on my cheeks and really use, yeah, that's also like a touch sensation, right? coming home, making a cup of tea, using my taste and slowly sipping the tea, letting it warm my body, right? These are all the things that, some of the things, not all the things, some of the things that you can do to be more present, more in your body, and actually enjoy this, right? Because it's only in being fully present, it's only in being fully present that you can shift how you're feeling about it. So, I'm going to give you a few ideas and perspective shifts and, um, just some things that you can play with so that you can kind of navigate your own journey through these seasons, okay? Because I know seasonal depression is a real thing, right? I know because of the state of the world, like we're going through a pandemic still, right? Where it's things are not normal. Things are not the same. Things are not how we're used to doing them, right? It's very how do I say? We're in our house. We can't go anywhere. I mean, we can, but like it just feels almost restrictive. And then if you're already fallen prey kind of to that seasonal depression kind of vibe, this just amplifies it more. There's no community gatherings. There's no, like, it's less, right? The whole social distancing, which I like to call physical distancing, is totally adding to that kind of depressy vibe, right? You get what I'm trying to say here? Having a hard time getting the words out. But I want to give you a few ideas and perspective shifts, and I want to give you the gift of using whatever you have available right now within you and around you to create the most sensual experience for yourself, so that you're kind of leading yourself to the other side of that, okay? Because it's in the act of using your senses and really awaken your sensuality and slowing down enough, right? Which is what sensuality is and pleasure is all about, really slowing down and being present, that you become more present, right? And you recognize that you have so much to be grateful for already, which is number one. How can you slow down enough? How can you just like take an exhale and lean back and feel? If I do that right now, my shoulders are immediately softening, and I'm wearing a sweater, and a few years ago I would have hated the sweater because I'm a summer person. Now I'm like, actually really grateful that I get to have a sweater when it's cold, and that I get to show up here for you and share my journey around this. It's just, see how I'm present? Very sensual, like content. The second thing is nutrition, right? This is very big. I don't really share much about this in my work, but I am very big on nutrition and eating very healthy. And, I live on a farm. I grow my own food, basically, most of it, not maybe half of it. I'm very conscious of what I purchase, where it's coming from, organic, that kind of stuff. Now, in the fall and the winter, it's so important to keep your body warm, and one of the ways to do that is by eating more warm foods, right? So soups, stews, oatmeals, like hot tea. This morning I made an Ayurvedic breakfast bowl with apple and all kinds of warming spices like cinnamon, turmeric, that kind of stuff, right? It's so simple, and it will nourish your body to a whole different level, which is really important, okay? So the third one is a little bit more emotional. It's more on the inside, right? Being present with your emotions. and being present with the not so good things, right? Allowing yourself to feel through them. Also, if you're not having such a good day, right? That's fine. Can you allow yourself to move through and not let that define you? Okay? Not let that define or have you say, oh yeah, well there it is. There's my seasonal depression. This is just because it's winter, you know? Whereas when you go a little bit deeper in these emotions and you can let them move through you, you just realize it's just an emotion. It's just sadness. It's just fear. It's just anger. Remember, we all signed up for a human experience here on the planet, right? In this lifetime. And these emotions, these human emotions, like sadness, feeling not on purpose, fear, anger, like I was just talking about, frustration, right? They are part of that experience. And our job, which is what I am gifting to you right now, is being present with them so that you're no longer letting them define you, right? And we have to let that kind of heavy, dense gunk, those heavier emotions out so that the good things can come in, right? And you will notice that you will start to feel lighter. I have made this my practice over the last few months, really building that inner emotional mastery, which is an ongoing journey, of course. There's not going to be a point where you say, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. That would be enlightenment, right? But in this human experience, that's one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself, to build that emotional mastery, so that you can be more present with yourself and feel more sensual and actually allow yourself the good, right? Are you willing for life to be good? It's a big one. I can do a whole other training on that. Maybe I will. Right? Can you give yourself that permission, right? And it starts with being present with those emotions. That's one way of healing them, moving through them, not letting them define you. One of the things that really helped me, I think this is the fourth one, I kind of lost count with that one. But I really had to realize, living on a farm really helped me with this too, is that the darkness is really needed for growth, right? If everything was in bloom at all times, if all the trees were blossoming, for example, at all times, if it was spring, like the height of the spring, right? All year long, everything would be so depleted and it wouldn't even be that special or beautiful anymore, right? The same goes for you. And of course, I'm not saying that you're less beautiful and less special in the winter, but you see what I mean? We can appreciate what we're creating and what we're doing in the world so much more when we also take the time to reflect on it and celebrate it and go within and building that emotional mastery, and then move on from there, expand from there. Do you see what I mean? It's the same with trees. They go through these cycles because it's part of the ecosystem. And if they were blossoming at all times, that wouldn't be very good for the ecosystem, right? It's the same for us. And then winter, of course, is what better season to go within, right? Starting now. So I hope that's helpful. Oh, Barbara, all your comments. Hold on, let me see. You've been studying Tantra. I love it. I love your comments. Blue lotus tea. I have never tried blue lotus tea, but that sounds amazing. I do have blue lotus oil, essential oil. I know giving up meat is one of the fastest way to feel more light in your body too. Uh, Life, death, rebirth. Yes, exactly. And then, what we're talking about here is that dark goddess, right? It's recognizing that death, dying off, whether it's actual death, but also, the dying of my vegetable plants in the garden that are then turning into compost for next year, right? Could be dying off of an old identity because you no longer resonate with it anymore. Because you want to step into your next level self. It could be dying off of your limiting beliefs around how you run your business or how you see money and abundance so that you can call in more abundance and more business, right? Those things are all things that need, the dark goddess will take them, right? The dark goddess will um, compost that for you into better serving things, which is again a whole other thing that I can go into. Okay, so the fifth one I think we're on is I'm just gonna mention this really quickly. I've been using this little device. It's called the Healy, and it emits frequency. So it has 144,000 frequencies stored in it, and I've been running it through an app on my phone. It actually reads what frequency you need the most for your optimal health well-being. And I've been really noticing that I feel lighter, my skin is clearing up, I just feel healthier, I'm sleeping better, which is of course all perfect for dealing with going into the winter, right? So I just want to mention that this has been a big part of my spiritual practice because it's actually giving me the frequencies all the way down into my cells for my optimal health and well-being. Okay. And then the sixth one is community. This is the last one. Community. Being in a community of like-minded people that share similar experiences with you is very nourishing, right? We kind of have it, we have it here in the Hive. It's a community of like-minded people. I am in a vortex called the Abundance Vortex community. I am in that community and I love it. It really helps me step up into receiving mode. I mean, I have a community around me, and I know that at this time, especially in this pandemic situation, you can feel so alone, right? And community is really a way of not feeling like you're alone anymore. Okay, so community, big thing to kind of navigating through the change of seasons, right? And the increasing darkness, the colder weather. And that is also why I created Winter Queen. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Winter Queen and I'm going to let you go. And if you have any more questions, if you want to share your experiences, put them in the comments and I'll come back to it, okay? So I created Winter Queen to give you that gift of community, but also the gift of you going within and really, whatever doesn't serve you is going to fall off. It sounds so cruel, but it's gonna like fall away, right? So that you can really step into your mission more confidently and in more abundance. And I have this essence. It's exactly that essence that I was talking about, right? Of going for a walk in the woods and smelling the sweet leaves, having rosy cheeks from the chilly air, right? And then coming home and drinking a hot cup of tea. That's what Winter Queen is in its essence. It's like the fake fur and the fuzzy blankets, and I love it. I got it. I received Winter Queen as a channeled message from source, from my spirit guides. It's amazing. And there is something really very sensual about being present, right? Like I just shared with you. It's really feeling the air, letting yourself warm up with a cup of coffee, tea, whatever. I want to give you the opportunity to feel that, to really feel that in your cells, to enjoy the darkness and the candles and the tea and the warmth of blankets and sweaters, while at the same time going within, doing the emotional mastery work, which is hard, which is why we're doing it in community, right? This is really about activating abundance, confidence, creativity within you so that you can then magnetize what you desire, right? It could be in your business, but this is not a business program in itself. It can be applied to your business, okay? I created Winter Queen for the woman who dreads the increasingly darker days, who desires more abundance in her life, okay? Who wants to activate her soul's mission more, right? Who's ready for more sensuality and play and creativity, who wants to celebrate who she is becoming in a small, intimate, judgment-free community, okay? If you are her, send me a message. You have to send me a private message to get in for more details. It's an 8-week program. We start on December 1st. It's on pre-sale right now. So if you want to take advantage of that, message me. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope this gave you some ideas of, you know, allowing yourself to be present in you feeling frustrated about it becoming winter. Like, allow yourself to feel all the feelings, because that's how you're going to navigate through this. Allow in all the sensuality that you can during the day, because that is what's going to help you embrace this season. Okay? I am sending you so much love. Let me know if you have questions. PM me if you want more information on Winter Queen. And then also let me know some topics for future trainings for the rest of the year. Okay? Sending you all so much love. Thank you, Barbara, for all your sweet comments. I love what you're up to. Started garden oils, herbs. Ooh, I love it. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.